Welcome back to the show. We're at the Gunners Club here in Sunderland, surrounded by wonderful locals. Lovely to meet you, ladies. And of course, we're here today. Right, lads. We're here today because, of course, it's 1 year on from those riots that took part across 18 towns across Britain. Sunderland, of course, being one of them. Of course, wasn't the only town. Aldershot also became an epicentre. The police clamped down, putting a lot of people in jail there, and a huge amount of social discomfort about that. My colleague Jack Carson is on the ground live in Aldershot. Jack, over to you.
Thank you very much, Martin. Well, we've been here all day speaking to local residents to find out 12 months on from that disorder we saw across the country, whether anything has changed. Jez, local resident, joins us now. Now, Jez, you're one of the people that has been organising protests at the local migrant hotel. Why for you is it important to stage those protests? And thinking back to a year ago when we saw demonstrations across the country, does that show that not really much has changed in the way of solving the problems that you see here?
Nothing's changed in the whole year. We've been protesting up there for 2 years now. If I'd say anything, in the last year it's got worse in Aldershot. We try and protest up there at least twice a month. You've only got to look around the town. There's lots of illegal men hanging around. Women, if you walked in the town and asked the women, I'd say 80% of them would tell you they don't feel safe walking around this town. We want to know where these people are going when they've left the hotel, where they're roaming around in the daytime. We've also asked what accommodation they're being put into. We never get answers from the council or for the MP. We're pretty certain people are being housed in flats in the town, but nobody will answer our questions. Surely governments and councillors are there to represent us and help us with questions locals have got to ask.
So when the Prime Minister says he's going to smash the gangs, when they come out with plans to try and stop the boat crossings, say that they're going to take asylum seekers out of hotels, do you believe them? Do you think that plan is credible? Do you think that plan could work and make a difference for places like Aldershot?
My thoughts on Keir Starmer: he couldn't smash an egg. When he opens his mouth, if his lips are moving, you know that some truth's coming out. I've not heard one thing he said in the last year about immigration, about migrants, about illegal boat crossings that I can credibly believe. It's all rubbish. I mean, I sit there looking at the telly in disbelief and getting angrier and angrier every night. Your channel is the only channel that talks about this. Many people just don't believe the man at all. It's time for him to go. He's only been in power a year. Get lost, Starmer.
All right, thank you very much, Jez, local resident there in Aldershot. And of course, a year on, you can hear from the frustrations of Jez there. They don't really feel like anything 12 months on from that initial disorder a year ago, that anything really here in Aldershot has changed.
Thank you, Jack. Now back here at the Gunners Club, I'm joined by two of the regulars. Jimmy, a military forces veteran of 18 years service. Jimmy, thank you for your service. And Gary, 47 years on the ships and the docks here in Sunderland. Both of you real men. Jimmy, I want to start with you. We're here to mark 1 year on from those riots that broke out in Sunderland. What do you think caused them?
It was just... people were fed up and seeing what happened, and the death of 3 children finally brought it to a head that day. The day of the riots in Sunderland started off peacefully. It was veterans carrying the flags with families all supporting each another, and it was agitators coming up from down the south and everything else. We as veterans exposed many faces that day, and after that I just went, it was just madness. It reminded my days back in Northern Ireland, when something simple would just go bang and everyone just wanted to attack everyone else. It wasn't the people of Sunderland doing this, This was left-wing activists, and we exposed many of them. But the news didn't want to hear the story. They wanted the violence and everything that happened after that. And the police were prepared for at least 24 hours before that. The police knew something, but they wouldn't tell us. The police were just there as as the police do these days.
Okay, so Jimmy there quite clearly saying, Gary, that this was outsiders shipped in from the political left, and in fact we're seeing that replicated across places like Epping as we speak. But Gary, back to Sunderland. What's the mood now amongst people here? Has anything improved in the past year, or do you believe it's got worse?
It's not much improvement whatsoever. It's still not listening. The councillors, the Labour controllers, and I'm a Labour bloke as well, by the way, they're just not listening. Nobody's listening. They're not listening to the vast majority, the majority of the people that are just... They're not racist. It's not about what colour, creed or religion you are. It's about people coming out in boats that are illegally coming in this country and are bringing us down, as in we're losing, like we're getting cuts and this and that, and they're getting sorted out. As friends like yourself, they cannot look after our homeless. It's just about that. It's not racism, it's not right wing, it's just common sense people saying that that's enough's enough. We cannot keep just doing this. You're forking out so much money and you're cutting everything that we have paid into, what we're entitled to, that my father, my grandfather and that was entitled to, and you're giving it to people that have no entitlement. They're not even vetted. Why is nobody listening to the vast majority? Can I just say it? I never thought in a place like Sunderland that a Labour Prime Minister who thinks he got in on a popular vote, he didn't by the way, would be more hated than Maggie Thatcher.
And you're saying that as a Labour man yourself, Gary?
Yes. I never thought I would hear that in my hometown of Sunderland, that is Labour, was so Labour, that he would be more disliked than Maggie Thatcher ever was. Now I'm hearing Labour blokes, old-fashioned Labour-style blokes, telling us, I wish we had somebody like Maggie Thatcher in charge.
And isn't that an incredible thing to hear, Jimmy? It's like, I mean, around here you want to spat about Maggie Thatcher in the past, but
He was voted in. They all voted in, all prime ministers, all politicians, they voted in to listen and pay attention to the vast majority, and they're not.
Jimmy, final word to you, and please keep it clean. Daytime television. Have you got a message for Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister?
Yeah, just resign. Take your government with you and just give up, because they've made a hell of a mess of this country. A real mess of this country. Let someone in who's going to actually support the British people, and basically that's it. And as a veteran, I'm disgusted, because he's going to open up the past history of shootings and killings and Northern Ireland. He's going to open that up again. Why? We're old men. I'm 68-year-old and I'm frightened that I might get investigated. Enough's enough. Sir Keir Starmer, protect us, please. It's as simple as that.
Ask him to come and talk to the people. Just ask the people.
Just protect us. We're British. And I make no apology for being British, you know. And that's my only crime. And as veterans and people who've worked all our lives, just, hey, look out for us. Not everyone in the bloody world. We just look after us.